Hello, Fever River Rail fans, and welcome back to a new episode of Fever River Reviews. Today, we are looking at this very plain white box. As you can see, it's a Broadway Limited Imports model, and this is the new Penzi B6sb 060. And yes, I went unlettered. I need to stop getting unlettered because that's half the detail that these guys, manufacturers put in. Or that's a big part, not half. I went with the DCC sound, so I got Paragon 4. I like my sound. Plain white box. But let's go ahead and get this opened. Almost. Can't forget that California causes cancer. Okay, so we got some paperwork here. So let's see. Operator's manual. We've got limited 1-year warranty. The Conductors Club. I've considered joining this, but I don't have the money. I say as I hold a $600 model. But yeah, I can't quite justify everything that the Conductors Club offers for the price. Quick reference for the functions. Keep that handy. What do we have? Oh, disassembly for maintenance. So let's see. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's some good information to have. You know, reset, maintenance, and lubrication. Oh, what do we got here? Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what this is. Ah, I see. So that I like that. Hopefully that doesn't come off too easily. All right, and we've got the exploded diagram of the engine here. And the tender. All right, so that is all the paperwork, the owner's manual. There's nothing special about Broadways. All right, now, before I go any further, I would like to point out that holding this thing, this feels like a brick. I got the top part. I missed some paperwork. Yeah, I got one of them on order. I'm regretting it, but I got it on order and I'm not going to cancel. But anyhow, this thing weighs a ton. I've seen some pictures where this has the same pedestal thing that the Daylight has, or the 4449, the GS4, that's what I'm thinking. That's the term I'm looking for. So I'm hoping that's not all, that's really not taking much of the weight up. So can't see much here, so we're gonna go ahead. Go like that, maybe. And there we go. Yeah, has the nice little display for those that want to keep it static. I'm not a static modeler. Please turn off track power. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and push this out. I see the smoke funnel. Okay, so let's see. We've got spare traction tires. We've got the tool to take off the side rods to change the traction tires. We've got silica, and we've got the funnel for smoke fluid. So let's go ahead. Yeah, I'm not exactly a fan of this. But it's like, I think that you should be able to order these separately. They shouldn't be part of the packaging. That said, very secure. And let's work on getting some closer looks here. All right, so first up, looks like we got the headlight is set up for lit number boards. I noticed the bell is separately fitted, so that's getting some little jiggle on it. The roof vent slides, albeit a little on the stiff side if you're not trying to do it properly. Let's see. Everything's looking nice. Ooh, got a little mark. I like the marker lights. They're clearly not functional, but I like the detail. Let's see. I see the builder's plate there. Hey. Juanita Shops. So obviously this is a Penzi prototype. Moving towards the cab, we got crew. Looks like both crewmen. I don't see much painted detail in the cab from this angle. I'm not sure there's, no, I just don't think there's any painted detail to see. But moving on to the tender. Tail light again, and looks like we do once again have set up for lit number boards. Nice looking coal load. Marker lights, once again still non-functional, but I can't ask too much out of a $600. I keep saying $600, and that doesn't sound right. On to the other side. Handrail and stairs are quite nice on the slope back. I really like the slope back tender. That's a nice feature, or nice detail. I just think that this looks better for switchers. And yeah, got another builder's plate. Blank I want to say keystone, but this, if it was meant to be a keystone, it would have a keystone. I don't know exactly how to, nope, there we go. Just get the finger behind it, and here we go. Inside of the smoke box. I think it probably would have been cool if they put a little boilerplate there, but I digress. Once again, asking a little much. That's a little far forward for the what is it? It's not boilerplate. Is it boilerplate? I don't know. But anyhow, that is more or less everything I have to look at. So, oh, cute little dynamo. Whistles and safety valves on the steam dome. Tubing coming off of the sand dome. All in all, this is a really nice looking engine. So I do have my concerns about the smoke box door staying. So we'll see how that goes. But anyhow, let's get over to the track and let's get an initial performance out of it. Okay, so first and foremost, this is how it's held onto the plate. It was a little stiff, and I don't know if I just wasn't pulling straight up, or like I said, I'm not exactly a fan of this display being part of the packaging, but I digress. Let's go ahead, pull out. We got our railer here, and we are set to go uphill. Now, one more thing I just noticed. This has a regular drawbar, not the weird ass shit that Broadway's been using. So pull however much you want, and this thing will not go askew. So traction tires certainly got quite a bit of grip to it. And there we have this little guy on the line. So let's see here. And here we go. Track now has power. I'm going to set the display off the way. And this has not yet been programmed, so should still be on 3. Yep. Smoke coming out nicely. Oh! They do light up. Okay. What? So I don't know if you, I'm sure you saw it, but the marker lights work, or the class, I think these are technically class lights, right? No, these would be mine. I don't know. I was not expecting that. But obviously 0 is the lights, 1 is the bell. You can spam the bell button. That's hilarious. I love it. Okay, whistle. Three is coupler clang. Alright. I'm not hearing nothing. 4 is the air pump. Air pump is a idle sound as well, so it will go off on its own. 5 is blow down when at idle. So if I remember correctly, blow down is when they open the cylinder cocks to blow out excess steam and water from the cylinders so they don't explode. While moving, 5 and 6 is the chuff intensity up and down, so make it sound like it's working harder or coasting. Then 6, while idle, is the water fill. And 7 is smoke. I'm going to keep smoke on. 8 is the master volume. Nine is startup and shut down, so pressing it while it's running will shut it down. Realistically, the smoke should also shut off. And it does. Cool. 9 again to start up. Ten is filling the coal while at idle. And while moving, it will shovel. The sound of shovel, coal being shoveled. 11 is the injectors. Adding water to the boiler. 12 is brake, set, and release. So there's the lights. 12 is brake set and release, so 12 on, it shouldn't move. It does. Okay, I'm thinking of a different feature. I'm thinking of a different sound bit on, probably a different decoder. 13 is grade crossing. Long, long, short, long. Oh. "14 are the sounds of a station. So all aboard sound. 15 is yard chatter. Okay, so I don't like that it's just one soundbite, but okay. 16, maintenance radio.
Coming up to portal, let her report that the signal is stored from 3 track. Let me know what you have there, Robin. It's around.
17, radio check chatter.
Loud and clear, over. Speed, aware of city traffic. Copy that.
18 is city radio. 19 is farm radio.
700 has the big load for this grade. Yeah, we may need a pusher. Okay, roger that. Yeah, what time you usually hit for the barn, over?
So that,
Dispatch, over. Radio check. Loud and clear on the yard or what? Copy that.
20 is industrial sounds. 21, lumber mill. There it goes. And next we have 22. I really like this one. So first we turn on 22 and we go back to functions 1 through 9 or 0 through 9 to blow the whistle. And that is the default whistle. I'm not sure which of these I like more. 23 is a short whistle toot. "24 is the rear tender light, tender class lights. They don't seem to be going on off. Oh, there we go. I don't see anything for the front class lights. Those are always going to be on for me. 25 is a long whistle. And 26, 7, and 8 are the macros. What are macros? They let you record the engine doing something, so shuffling down and back in through a yard and set it up, it'll do its own thing. But that is enough for the sound effects. Okay. Bubble formed in the smokestack. So anyhow, let's go ahead and check the... Let's start with the crawl. So there's one... Ooh. A little fast for a crawl, but... Well, I guess I'm comparing it to the Walther's Plymouths, which 1% you can... They're moving, but you can't really tell it. Not terrible for switching, mind you, but... And it just stops. Cool. So, and back, you see the tail light. And I said the sides of the light are lit up. So, if you get the undecorated version, you absolutely can make your own number boards to go in there and they'll light up. Although it does seem to be they are only on when that headlight is on. 21%. Alright, and let's go check the torque. That's certainly pushing pretty good. I'm happy with that. And check my switches. I'll go ahead and see what she looks like at speed, so I'm going to back it on up. So that is about 50% speed. Click the throttle into forward. Don't know why I did that. And now, and up there is full throttle. Good bit of speed going there. But I'm going to go, and it stops pretty quick, so not a lot of momentum. I kind of like that, I kind of don't. Kind of a double-edged sword. The longer I look at this, the more I question the class lights, because the front class lights, they've got red forward. The rear class lights have red forward. Typically, I guess switching operation, I don't know. I'm going to stop talking. I have no clue. But yeah, so I'm going to go get this on the rolling road, get it, well, one more thing first. Looks like I've got another bubble in the smoke unit. But being Paragon 4, this does have a built-in keep alive, so we are going to blow the whistle and cut power. Interesting. Headlight and front class lights cut off immediately, whereas the rear class lights stayed on. And like get through its startup, and we're gonna start to reverse and do that again. Yeah. So it did look like the rear headlight stayed on until the capacitor ran out. But I'm content. That'll get over the worst. That should get over the worst of the spots. So now I'm going to get this thrown on the rolling road, and I will bring you guys back when we've got our break-in complete. And we are back. It's been about an hour for me, a couple seconds for you guys. Nothing to worry about. But the break-in is complete, and let's go ahead and check the crawl post break-in. So 1%. About the same. I really wasn't expecting a whole lot. I did add some more smoke fluid in. Got JT's Mega Steam. Yeah. And you probably recognize the area. We are at the base of Galena Hill. Broadway doesn't include any history with their models, so I don't have no history for you guys today. And we are going to use the 050 shunter to connect here. Forward gear, our forward reverser. And hold it there. We'll have a disconnect. And to give this the best chance I can, push in all the slack. And as usual, Galena Hill is our power test. Seeing how far we can go at about 50% throttle. I don't have my entire train. Shoot. All right, let's try that again. Starting a little further forward than normal. Slack is all pushed in. And 50%. Okay. And that is all she wrote. Just out of the tunnel entrance. That is impressive. For being such a small engine, I am very happy with that today. And way back there you can see the caboose. We're gonna go and get this pushed out of the way, put the cars back where they belong, and we will come back to the final score. And here we are parked up. So normally I would probably be doing this over in Benton, especially because I've got another 060 over there that I wouldn't mind setting this next to. But I'm feeling a little bit lazy, and I want to leave this set up for Wednesday. Because I think it can actually handle this train if it has a run-up. That said, on to the scores. Value, this is an 060. There's one other company, in the US company, that makes American steam switchers. That's Bachmann. I don't know, I'm sure I've mentioned Bachmann before, but I am not impressed by their steam models. They are underweighted, overpriced pieces of junk plastic. That said, the bulk of my experience is with older models, and the newest Bachmann steam that I have experience with is their last run of Spectrum Russian decapods. That thing struggles to pull its own damn tender. But if that said, Proto 2K did make 060s, which I do have one. It's the one I'm being lazy about pulling over here and putting next to. But value, I'm sold on this. I probably wouldn't pay much more than I did, or am. 1 second. Okay, yeah. So, base price from factory direct's about a little under $450. I'm paying monthly installments for the next year, so I'm paying closer to $550. God, I'm not financially responsible. Anyhow, so I'm such a small engine from such a big company, and they offered undecorated versions, which I regret getting because I need the detail. The detail is fun to point out. But 5 out of 5 on price. Could maybe cut a little bit off of that, but what can you do? Packaging. This is solid packaging. I already mentioned I don't particularly care for that display piece being part of the packaging, and it just makes the box too big. So 4.5 out of 5 for packaging. Detail. So once again, I should have got a decorated version. Got the letters, the numbers, everything. But I keep liking undecorated versions because I think I have the skills and motivation to put my own decals on them. This is going to sit in the same state that the Dreyfus and my early Challenger are, continuing to be undecorated until the end of time, despite my many ideas. And anyhow, 5 out of 5 detail. Pulling power? So from a stand here at Galena, it got to the edge, the outside, or the top side of the tunnel. Not a whole lot. I've had bigger engines that can't handle that. So, amazing power. I don't trust myself looking at the mechanism, so I imagine it's the same as all the other Broadways. Plastic gears. Or not plastic, but you know what I mean. I'm especially happy that they used the old drawbar, just the bar and the pin, rather than the whatever the hell is going on with the bigger engines. I hate that design, and I'm sure that this probably wasn't their first choice. They probably wanted to use the fancy, overbuilt, over-engineered crap, but they didn't have space or whatever. I don't know. I'm happy that this is what we got. So all in all, I'm going to say this is a solid 4.5 out of 5 model. If you guys are interested in getting one yourself, I will have an affiliate link in the description to order one from Factory Direct. But otherwise, thank you for watching, guys. Like and subscribe for more. Let me know what you thought. Peace.